Hey, I'm back. Forgot all about you guys. I started reassembling the side without you. Hope you're not mad. Anyway, let's get back to work. Speed it up. Sorry about that. Speed it up. Alright everybody, welcome back to the shop. And I need to put a little piece of tape on the top of the camera. So I'm looking at the tape when I'm talking, so it looks more like I'm looking to you and not that guy that whenever I look at myself in the mirror, like I'm talking to the just to your left. Anyway, all right, I got as you can see, I mean, I pretty much got it done. That's ready for the final sand. This is not glued on. I'm not going to glue this on yet because I'm looking for my little smiley faces. And this one goes out to Jim Schmidt. Jim, every time I built a plane, I'd hide a little smiley face inside of a plane, whether it was mine or whether I built one for somebody else. And some people didn't like it, but Dad, you know, they didn't, unless they wanted to tear the plane apart, they just dealt with it. I even put some in a spot where they could see it, they just couldn't get to it without tearing the covering off. Anyway, it's my little good luck smiley face. I've got smiley faces on all the planes that I've built. So, and as everybody that knows me knows that I've got way too many planes. So I think that's what made me stop crashing. Oh, anyway, all right. So I did sign it. I'm going to put a little smiley face right there. This I'm going to leave open. I'm going to change. I'm going to probably round the hole out a little bit, or block this area off. I don't know. This part here, I was originally going to block the inside of this, and then you might have seen when I started putting the balsa on the outside, that what I did, because there was just too much up and down motion, I took some probably 1/8 inch marine plywood, drilled out some holes in it just like I did for these, and slid it in and glued it into place. So this is not moving anywhere, just like the front. So that's rock solid, and now I'm not as concerned as I was before. I'm still going to come in down here in the bottom and just block off the bottom, and then just go ahead and pour some reinforced epoxy down inside there. Just something to create a nice little fillet. Alright, let's see, where else? I mean, I need to just go ahead and spin this around the other side. With this side, with a little bit of touch-up sanding that I'll do when I do the I'll do the touch-up sanding when I do the final sand down just before I start covering it, because I'm gonna have probably about 1 to 2 hours of sanding just to make sure everything is ready to go before I start covering, which I'm hoping will start happening within the next month, just as long as I can, just as long as I've got time to do it. Sorry, I'm looking for something that I made this morning just to tentatively show you what I made, and I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, it was a special little sanding block. I've got it set up. It's on a piece of spruce. It will never find again. Alright, anyway, what I did is I put a little quarter round in it so I could put some sandpaper in and sand this down so it's got the same, and just for the top corner, that's all I need. All the rest of it, don't care. Just so we can put a 3/8 round, so it's a quarter round. All the way up here, all the way down along the bottom, up through the front past the landing gear, all the way back down the other side. Anywhere there is, see, because here we've got the quarter, we've got the 3/8 round. Half round. So I'm going to do that for all of this too, so it looks like it's all tubular chromoly steel like the real ones were. So yeah, so it's, you know, we are getting closer. We're getting a lot closer. Alright, so here's what we've got. This is the wing mount. There's a little bit of a gap here. I'm not concerned about that yet. I'll take care of that later on when I'm getting ready to cover it. Just as long as I've got this glued down and this glued down, that little bit there, I'll be able to just fill that. So any little cracks, like this little crack right here, this little seam, once it's glued down, that'll just get filler in it. So I'm good to go. This I have to finish, I have to do the final sand down. It's just, right now, without throwing this thing upside down, I can't get anything in there to get a good sand, an angle to sand with. So I'll wait until I can get this thing outside on my table, my building table outside, and that's when I'll address the bottom of this. So, and that's probably when I'll come in and I'll get as much done as I can. So anyway, that's the majority of the fun so far I've had today. And just as long as I can get the other side done to this point, I will consider that a very successful day. Because I didn't know. I figured this was going to take me more than what it's taken me. Because, you know, ooh, I lost my yellow tape. You learn from your mistakes. And everything that I did when I put together the standoffs, the hard points on this side, everything I did wrong, I did it entirely differently on the other side, and it probably cut my time down by 2/3 to get the other side ready. So that helped me out huge, because this first side was almost 3 hours this morning, and the other side was probably about an hour to get that one ready. And then I spent at least an hour, if not more, getting the balsa on this side. I gotta get it farther away from me. So anyway, what I'll probably do is I don't know. I think we can almost call this a video. I haven't decided. I'll let you know when I decide. So I'll probably bring you back in for a closer later on today. So I guess I'll chat to you later. Bye. No, not bye. I'll just chat to you later. Hey, been working on the other side. I brought one of these down. I want to do my first little slide on test just to see how straight this is. This side's not fully done, but it's got a strange little curve going back. And I wanted to bring a wing down just to slide it on to see how the wing's going to line up with this, because I think it should be fine. I think once I epoxy the root in place, everything should be fine. Well, this is going to be fun here. Aha. Strange. Oh, I tentatively see what the problem is. Let me slide this out and see if it works on the other end. It wouldn't go in because you can see the little seam right there. I can go in and file the seam. I really, there's so much slop on these ends because they were used for a given amount of time. I was flipping the tubes around. Same thing on this side. Let me just go in with a file, and I'll just file some of that seam out. That's much better. And then I drop it on the floor. Okay. Unfortunately, you really can't get any better look than what you're getting right now, because once I slide this in, I can't let go of it because there's no wing struts on it. So, just going to slide it on, and you're going to take my word for it. Okay. Oh! Alright, I can tentatively let it, it's holding its weight. I don't want it to hold its weight for too long. But I want you to share in my joy. Okay, let's see if we can get a good look. And there it is. How's that for a tight seam all the way down? That's the way it's supposed to be done. So see, now I've got anti-dihedral. So anyway, let me put you up in here and take that down so I don't break anything. And that literally just makes for a much nicer day. That's a double thumbs up for me. All right. That was all. Time for me to get back to work. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the end of a very, very taxing day. I got the wing mounts taken care of. They're not completely glued together. I just have to glue the roost rib, the plywood pieces on the end. I got to glue those into place. Do a couple of little touch-ups. This side, the left side is razor straight. I got a little bit of a S-turn through the other side, which is an easy fix. I'm tired. It's after 5 o'clock. It's time to go get some food. I got to run to the store and get some food. So we're pretty much gonna wrap this up for a long Saturday in the shop. My next day will be a long Thursday in the shop. I got Thursday and Saturday off next week. So anyway, hope you all enjoying the videos. If you do, throw me a like. Hit the little subscribe button. It should be right about down there. It's red. And just let your friends know. Send a little email off to them. Just let them know that there's some fool restoring a 30-year-old Taylorcraft that. It just goes to show you that this is my psychiatrist. I go for help twice a week. So anyway, hey, that's about it for a long Saturday, and we're one step farther. At least today it wasn't one step back. So I'll see you back in the shop. You have a good one. Later.